Welcome to Enlightened Mystic Essentials. I'm Leah, and today we will be doing an ancestor reading. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm Leah. I read numbers, colors, talk to spirits. I will tell you what I see. I will tell you what I feel, and I will also tell you what I hear. So, ancestry reading came to me this morning, so I got on up and got prepared to do you all's reading because I feel like it's a need to talk to the ancestors of all of those who have passed on, right? So you received a divine message from Holy Spirit, and I left the cards, right, as I shuffled them to show you, how it looks when a message comes out. So these this is usually a jumper card that jumps all the way out, but because it didn't, it tells me that this is a message that is coming, but it's not fully maybe powered enough to break through, or this is a message that is hidden that is to come, right? So it could be an opportunity. Clarifying your message, you receive two cards from Spirit, Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, right, face down, and a clarification card of some type of insight, right, about this message, right? So let's get into it. We're gonna do our message from Holy Spirit, then we'll get a theme, and then we'll go from there, okay? So the message you receive is growth. Growth is here, and I hope that the video comes out clear because the angle of my camera's changed. So you receive growth, right? Um, I feel like some type of wounding is here. Feminine energies are woundings or lacks. Masculine energies are strength or strong, right? And I feel like a person here has been maybe beat down or let down or put down. And it's a need for growth, right? 7 is that number that represents self, right? It represents you. It could also represent needing to rest because that is the day of rest. It is also the number of promise or covenant because we have the 7 colors of the rainbow. The rainbow could also represent the gay and lesbian communities also, right? Growth. Um, it's a need here. I feel like um some type of sense, right? Um, when I say sense, this is like information. This is like knowledge. Someone needs some type of help and knowledge or within their mind, because this could also represent a person not being mentally stable, or a person needing to be grounded. So in this image at the bottom, right, you have 1, 2, 3 rocks or stones there. Hopefully you can see them. And each stone has a face. So the 3 represents the creation, right, of a need to be solid, or a need to be grounded, or a need to be strong, or a need to have courage, right? Clarifying, we receive the message from Divine Spirit is hungry ghosts, representing obsession, sacredity of consciousness, and attachments coming in as a 5. This is a need to change. This could be a person who rides, or people who are riding someone's coattail, or this could be vampire energies. It's like these are the people that are here, right? That could be stopping someone's growth. They could be stumping someone's growth, weighing you down, right? And I also received the weighing down in divine doors, or doors of opportunity, in the last insight we had just a few days ago, right? So the 7 with the 5 represents the creation. And the creation of what? The Hawk Prince is here. The Hawk Prince also came out in another read we just did. The Hawk Prince is the spiritual communication, right? And the need to pay attention. So this month has been a call for paying attention, right? Paying attention. So the 3, right, with the 2, because the Hawk Prince is the 2, right? The creation, right? To do what? Pay attention or receive spiritual communication. So the 3 with the 2 makes the 5. It is a need for change here, because 5 talks about a need of change. It could also talk about a change in direction, right? A switch in paths. Or it could also talk about someone being stuck in limbo, not sure, should I go left, right, up, down, turn around, upside down, right? Change. A need for change is here. And then they tell us about summon. This is the insight why it is a need for change. Now, you have to be careful with summon, because here is a feminine energy. This represents a wounding or a lack or a weak point, right? This could be someone dealing in magic, summon. You can also have someone summoning spirits, whether they be good or bad. You could also look at this as a person who is dealing in magic, but it may not be for the right reasons. 4, right? Because summon is a 4. 4 is one of the most injuring and damaging numbers on the boards at this time. 4 represents what can be blocked, what can be stuck, held back, nailed down to the ground. I also hear regrets. um I see a person feeling bad for something that they've done, whether people know about it or not, and they have turned to magic to try to either cover up their wrongs or maybe attempt to make something right. But here is something that they're lacking because they're the feminine energy, and they could be doing a spell wrong, right? May not have enough information. Force also talks about these barriers, these walls, these blockages. Be careful. 4 also talks about what needs to end. This could be someone who's dealing in magic and they need to stop in. So you have the 4, right? With the 5, because all 3 of these are 5, right? That represents the 9, and the 9 is the divines. These are the heavens. This is the Father. This is the universe. So it comes in with a spiritual message, letting everybody know, hey, it's, something needs, to grow. We need advancement. We need to move forward, right? And it talks to self, right? Self growth. Paying attention to who may be stopping you, right? Who may be stopping you, and bringing forth some type of what is that? A 5, a 2, um, some type of change in a situation where they're telling you about the spiritual communication and paying attention to the people who are holding you back, right? And then they say, why are they holding me back, or how are they holding me back? Because some type of magic is being done. Be careful. So we're gonna look into the message of what you need to pay attention to, right? Or if you are one of these people getting like signs and whims and woes, whether it be the twinkle in your eye or getting woken up at 4, I was gonna say 4:44, woken up at a certain time, and 4:44 is the spiritual number of the passing of life from one phase to another, because I just got woken up 2 days ago at 4:44, only for my sister to call me at 5:10 to let me know that my father had passed, but I was already up. I had already got it, because as soon as I woke up, he was sitting on the side of my bed, right? So pay attention to these people who may be here to cause you harm, stop you from your growth, right? Because magic is involved, right? Some type of magic. And then let me explain something to you with this magic. Magic doesn't always have to be a person with a wand or a cauldron waving their wand around or mixing up potions. These people could also be a person who can look you dead in your eye and say a chant or curse you. Be careful. Be careful. But at the end of the day, they're stopping you from your growth. They're stopping you from some type of abundance. And I feel like it's a need for a financial gain here. I feel like homes are being disturbed, right? A need for peaceful home. Um, so pay attention. So, divine spirit, what is the message at this time that you have for all to see, feel, hear, and know, right? What needs to be surrendered, released, or accepted, right there, that fast. We receive too. The first one says, surrender your ego. Here we go. Surrender your ego. The next message says, surrender frustration. Surrender your ego comes in fast. I hear the word hard. This can also be a stubborn energy. When you start studying into egos, right, and start looking into egos, and I've been taught that you have, the two hemispheres of your brain. One side represents the spiritual side, the other side represents the physical side. And then the thing about ego makes the list, right? And it's very high in the list, and ego is up under the physical side. And they also teach you that your ego can stop you from being abundant or receiving abundance. So be careful. It says cultivate gratitude, be of service to others. And that was the message in Divine Doors that we did a couple of days ago about how you will receive your blessings in helping others. It says, and come from the heart, right? So when you help others, you have to be genuine with it, right? In order to receive. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. And that's exactly what it says, right? Coming in strong, bad turn. I feel like a person here has a hard head. They don't want to listen to anybody. Um, I'm going through what I'm going through. I'm doing what I'm gonna do. And the hell with you. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you do. It's not gonna change my mind. And that's how I feel. Surrender to frustration. And I know exactly who this is for me. In the situation. It says frustration doesn't open any doors, and I know that, right? The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. And I remain calm. And I thank the Father for that. But still coming in wounded. But at least here, I'm standing in a field of roses. And even though roses are beautiful to look at and sweet to smell, you have to be careful because they will harm you because of those thorns. See, thorns. So what needs to be surrendered is your ego. For a lot of you, I feel like you saying, well, these people, they're not too bad. They're my friend. Until something occurs and then it pisses you off. See that? It pisses you off. And oh no, they're my friend. They're my friend. Oh, that's my best friend. That's my coworker. That's my family. That's this. I know them. They da, 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 da. But look, in this image, ego gives the back to you and faces towards the hungry ghost. attachments. See, be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Spirit, clarify the Hawk Prince coming in as a 2. 2 is another injury and damaging number on the board. 2s represent communication or the linking between two. The linking between two. 2s also represent doorway, gateway, thresholds, opportunities, but whether they are being presented or blocked. 2s also represent negotiation factors. And I also picked up on a lot of people who are facing time, or like facing time to go to prison or jail. I feel like a lot of people are going before judges for some reason. A lot of readings I have been doing for people, it's always, well, it's, and not always, mostly about a person going to prison, going to jail, and facing time, and everybody is like facing time of like 10 years or better. So be careful. And I keep hearing the phrase, judge me not, judge me not. Even just in regular society, I feel like because there's a struggle at this time and a lot of people are staying above water, they are starting to turn their noses up or look down on the people who are not making it. Judge me not is here. The Hawk Prince comes in with the creation of sorrow. Be careful. Sorrow comes in as a 3. 3s represent the creation of, if not the position or point in time of, because 3 represents the creation of a completion. Because 3s could be the past, the present, the future. See that? 3, the creation. What something is being created. And I mean, if you pay attention, you should assume so, because magic is being used. Summon. See that? Summoning, some type of summoning is being used. Let's clarify. Sorrow. Do not allow a situation that is going well for you to end up in sorrow or turn out bad. Because sorrow here on this card is also known as the 3 of Swords. This comes in fire element sword. Fire element represents that drive, that passion, that action, but it is within the mind. Swords, mental, right? The motivation behind a mindset. Spirit, why is sorrow here? Be careful. Be careful. Okay. On top of your ego, your surrender to frustrations, pointing at your spirit communication, if not paying attention to sorrow. You receive 5 of Swords. When I say be careful, be careful. Now, here's an opportunity, because I hear it clear as day. Here you have a person walking away from 2 people. Now, don't forget, 3 represents the creation, 3 people, right? This talks about the collaboration or the actions of people. You have a person here walking away, and they're walking away with the 3 of Swords. They just told us the 3 of Swords represents sorrow, right? I feel like a person does not want to leave a situation, but they have to because they're being called or drawn away. Opportunity has presented itself because this person has a gold veil over their head that represents the illumination of the orange. Orange represents open way, open road. It is time to move. Even though the grounds down here are gray, that represents the grounds of confusion. A person must move. And I keep hearing oh gosh, it's a song. It's a gospel song. What is it? This building, what is it? It's a song about the building, and my soul is got to leave, right? That's what I hear. And when this person leaves, they're also leaving the indecision behind as well. I'm done with this back and forth within the games that could be played, whether it be these people playing or not. A person is looking back because they feel like they shouldn't be leaving, but they are being called to, and they will move, right? They will move, even though it may hurt to leave them, right? But they must go. They must go. And then the thing I want to point out to you here, in the background, these people have red over their heads, both of them. Red talks about being a color. I mean, you could say love, but if it was love, why would a person walk away heartbroken? Unless these were people that they were sharing some type of connection with, right? It could be a third party, could be. Um, red is also the color of war, battling, fighting, arguments. Red is also the color of energy, some type of power struggle. Now they both have white for their bottoms. They may have walked or their paths may have been cleared because that's the purification of a journey, but they have could have had something bad on their mind, or bringing some type of harm, or fighting and battling with the person who has to leave here, right? Underneath the deck, let's see what's going on. They tell us 9 of Cups is here. Some type of gain and reward is gonna be given, achievements to the King of Cups. See that? King of Cups. The Ace of Cups is gonna be given. It's a lot of emotion here, because if you look, there's a lot of water in the background. A lot of water in the background. So whoever this was referring to, they had a very emotional time, and they toggle between their emotions and their mental. They told us here, great ground. Great ground represents confusion. I don't know to follow my mind or my heart. No, I almost said the 9 of Coins. 3 of Coins. There we go. Threes. I feel like a person is walking into an opportunity of a blessing. Knight of Coin. 6 of Staff. A victory is going to be had towards some type of divine truth, right? And it's all going to be given towards the heavens, towards the heavens from the heavens, because a person got tired of a loss, right? 5 of Coin. They got tired of financial losses. They got tired of staying stuck. They got tired of arguing. They got tired of being confused. They got tired of being down and out. I'm tired of wrestling with my head. I'm tired of listening to people. See that? I'm tired of listening to people. So what has occurred here? They tell us, because you have been pulled away. They told us that you're emotionally strong and you face many rewards here, right? Many rewards. The one who has built up their emotions, the one who has strengthening their heart, I hear. They face many rewards, because the King, Ace of Cups, with the 9 of Cups makes the 10 of Cups here. All right. And then they say, guess what? We're not done with you yet. We're not done with you yet. I also hear test. Test. You are being put to the test with these people. Many will pass, many will fail. And for those who fail, you're going to keep going through the cycle of sorrow, or you're going to stay in the cycle of the 3 of Swords. Don't forget, the 4 of Swords comes after the 3 of Swords, and the 4 of Swords talks about a person who is healing because they have faced the truth after they have hung up their heartbreak. Many of you now on the journey where you are carrying your heartbreak, your headaches, your pains, all right? You're carrying them. And they say another offer from us is coming, right? And this offer that we are giving, right, 3 of coins, is the collaboration of all people and all things working out for your good. And when you accept, we want to let you know you are going to accept the victory because we have offered it. 6 of staff represents that victory. The 6 of staff is a person who is on a new journey, Ace of staff in their hand, going through over their troubles, conquering their fears, right? Not listening to what others say that's going to keep them down. That is the 5 of staff in the background. And when you head towards your victory, it's all about the the acceptance of divine truth. For many of you, spiritual guides will be in play here to lead you the right way, because they tell us the victory grows towards the divine truth of abundance. Once again, you have grapes, and a lot of you are getting ready to reap many rewards. And then they say prayers are going to be answered, star. Affirmations have been heard, right? Cries have been heard. And for many a months, I have been receiving the message that it is time, because a lot of people have not stopped, and a lot of people are doing just this because they have literally been brought to their knees. But instead of being brought down to your knees to cry, many have started crying out to the Father for help, and He is listening, right? The star is major arcana number 17 that breaks down to an 8. The 8 represents transformations and rebirths is here, right? Changes is before us. It also represents the Aquarian, right? The pouring out of water. And also pay attention to water as well, and how it is going to affect this world, right? So answers is going to be prayed. Answers is going to be prayed. I keep wanting to say answers is going to be prayed, but answers is going to be answered. Prayers are going to be answered. Why? Because I'm tired of this, Leah. You see how a person turns their back towards that 5 of coins? Leah, I'm looking to the heavens. I'm looking for help. I'm tired of my divine value or my divine worth or what I could have or what the blessing would be is being covered and blocked in confusion, gray sky. I'm tired of being down and out on my hands and knees, being held back from financial gain, if not being held back within my emotions. I am tired of listening to other people that are keeping me within my mind. I am torn. 2 of swords, mental confusion. We have a dog that represents a friend or an enemy. Friend or enemy. But what I want you to pay attention to in all 3 of these cards, water is indicated. Water is indicated. And I'll give you the message again. Many of you need to take your spiritual baths. If you have not looked at the bath herbs, floor washes, crystals, and the tea bath video, I have put up a review on how to use those. It is still a call, right, for these spiritual baths. Stop listening to people, because everybody here is not your friend, and everybody here is not to help you. Many of them you are to learn from, if not pass the test and get rewarded because of them. Do not allow another person to turn a blessing into a loss for you. Because the other thing that I notice is we have moons above our heads. Moons represent that spiritual calling. But in these images, your full moon is surrounded in a gray sky. Your crescent moon is surrounded in a gray sky. Gray represents confusion. Many of you are confused or you are not thinking that maybe this is a calling for spirit. It is a time for spiritual help. Here you got your head down, bowed down, you hands and knees, them down and out on the ground, down to the ground. And then when you stand up from that position, you coming in wounded. You go down strong, you get up weak, but now you don't want to see. And for many of you, the cross represents a spiritual figure, does it not? Get yourselves together. Get yourselves together, because there's many rewards to be had. Let's jump into, on my hand, take action. Take action. Hand represent action to get away from the hurt, the sorrow, the pain, the setbacks, the letdowns. Get away. Let's get into our ancestor message. Let's get into our ancestor message very quickly. Let's see what our ancestors have to say. Because divine spirit is coming in and warning you about these people, and warning you, do not let these people be the reason why you lose your reward, because the rewards that are coming down are heaven sent. They are divinely given. They are divinely given. Divinely given. Divine truth. Here we go. Ace of Swords on a victory. See that? Coming towards the holding back of changes. This is a person who it's like you are on the brink of receiving rewards, but you have not yet gotten there. Red bird. Birds represent messages and communication. This red could represent a message of love, like this video. I'm coming in to tell you what divine spirit is saying. That would be you receiving a message of love, because I want you to be better, do better, right? Red could also be the color of wars and battles. This could be a some type of message that's coming in to keep you stuck. The holding back of changes, the 4 and the 5. And this is together, they represent the 9, but don't forget that the 9 is the divine. The divines, they're going to come in and say, hey, this is what you need to know. And they're telling us victory is here, but victory can only come in when divine truth is accepted. Pay attention to the order. The sword goes towards the grapes. The grapes is on the side of the victory, leading straight towards you. That represents changes, because they come in on the side of the 5. But once again, here go the 4, stop, block. And then they tell us justice is going to be had. Whether it be towards a battle, I feel like this is a court case. But for a lot of you who have some heavy, or like the courts are not going in your favor, you are the ones that are going to have to do a lot of work. Because to me, this represents that battle, that strife, right? Something is hard. For many of you who have been fighting, right? Fighting for your blessings, they're coming. Justice is going to come in to the one who has been fighting for it, right? So, do what you got to do. I also feel like a lot of you do need to connect with your ancestors. If you've had someone who has passed on, speak. You can speak. The same day my father passed, I was on this board talking to him, and he told me, Leah, remember, inner peace, inner power. Just you know the truth. You know your truth. He told me some things, and all I'm gonna do is sit back and watch and see how they play out. Let's go. Let's get into this message from our ancestors and see what we need to know. Look, ruin. Here goes ruin. But guess what? Ruin was in reverse. This is what happened when I split the deck. Coming out of a hardship. Coming out of a hard time, and we need it. We need it. Look, darkness. Got darkness, right? Now that's the 9 of Swords. Somebody who's down and out, can't move. It's also in reverse. Coming out. Let's go. many blessings. Never forget that. No matter how small or how large, a blessing is a blessing. And you have to get into the mind frame and the mindset to give thanks for all blessings. Because only because you being blessed today don't mean you're going to be blessed tomorrow. Or only because you being blessed all this week, don't forget it's somebody going through hell. Because a balance is always going to be maintained. That balance would be for every person who is exiting this physical plane and going to the spiritual plane. So is a soul coming out of the spiritual coming into the physical. And right now, these people and these babies being born in these times, baby, they gonna need a lot of prayers, a lot, because they literally being born directly into hell these days, right? Let's go. Divine Spirit, what is the message that our ancestors want to give us? What must we know? What must we see? What must we understand at this time? Flip. Let's get it. We receive great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. Love it. Some type of message of clarity is coming. I feel like this message is going to be that message to set many of you free. I feel like it's a need for forgiveness, right? A need for forgiveness, and a lot of actions are going to be taken to forgiving. Main colors here are white and brown. White talks about the purity or the purification, if not the baptism of the brown. Brown is the only injuring and damaging color on the board. Brown represent what will keep you stuck, what will keep you held down, nailed down to the ground. What needs to end, what needs to be buried, if not who or what needs to be forgiven, because someone cannot move forward until it is given and accepted. Be careful. Clarifying the great teacher. Learn from your experiences. I have one question. Who or what is more powerful than you that they can determine or it can determine that you should not receive a blessing? Forgiveness is here. Great teacher spirit. 2. One flips over, one we can't see. The one that we can see is acceptance. The one that is to come, or I feel like a choice has to be made if you shall receive it or not. Acceptance says, I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. For many of you, if a person has done something wrong to you and they have passed on and you have not had time to forgive them, if the Father tells you that you can pray for the dead, you can also issue forgiveness to the dead too. Main color here is purple. Purple represents power, baby, or the empowerment of what? What can we not see that is here for the taking? Happiness. Wow. Happiness says, I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Dolphins are here. And it is 5 dolphins, the creation of changes. 5, accepting our happiness. Who wants to be happy? Who needs to be happy? Purple represents the empowerment of the green because happiness is green. The green represents advancement, movement, forward, growth, wealth, success. The green light, the go. Let's go. Wow. Spirit, why is the great teacher here? Wow. Why is the great teacher here? We're going to jump into it. Great teacher. Thank you. The well. Ace of Cups, baby. The love. Let's go. Ace of Cups, the well. Once again, dolphins. Really? Dolphins are everywhere. 2 cards of dolphins. Water. Water. Because I keep hearing water. What is the meaning of water? Water is the meaning of baptism, or the purification of. Something is pure, or something is purified, if not being purified. Something needs to be cleansed, if not something has been cleaned. See that? I keep telling you, a lot of you need to get into your spiritual baths. The well is here, the Ace of Cups, baby. Spirit, clarify the Ace of Cups. Like, who don't want it? Card. Page of coins. I'm telling you, it's being offered. Here in the page has crossed over a stream of water. This is the purification or the baptism of someone coming in strong and solid, right? Concrete block. They have been sent on a mission or a journey. Ace of staff in their hand to give an offer. Let's go. And what they are coming with could be a peace offer, that Ace of Cups. Could be a love offering, some type of offer. Whatever it is something of value. Coin. It doesn't necessarily have to be money. What is valuable? What is valuable to you? Information is valuable. A message is valuable, whether it be a message or forgiveness, or being the one to forgive, right? Or forgiving. Whatever is valuable within your surroundings, within you, that is the value. Someone has been sent. Someone is being sent. You just remember, when the person shows up, you don't be nasty to them, because he told us that the angels are going to come in many forms. Be careful, because the person who comes in to give you this information, this piece of value, if not this love offering, they could be an angel themselves, and they don't necessarily have to be dressed with a suit on and high heels. It could be someone on the street. And when I say valuable information, you could be having the worst day of your life. Do you know how many people in these days and times are suicidal because they can't hardly take the pressure? And this person could come to you and be the person that issues the message of what you need to save your life. And that's how deep it goes, because that's what I see and that's what I feel. Be careful, because I feel like a person is drained. You got the Three of Cups, some type of celebration coming up in here. I feel like many people can be hurt. I feel like some type of group is here. Something has injured a group, whether it's a family, whether it's an organization, whether it is school or workplace. Some type of group has been damaged here. But they tell us the collaboration is coming. Some type of gathering of people. Once again, we have threes. Threes are very, very heavy right now. The collaboration of people in all things, because action is going to be taken, right, towards someone mental, whether it be somebody who played mind games, someone who needed to heal, someone who needed to put down their heartbreak and heal their mind, right? Seven of Swords, because strength was given. See, that strength was given by the heavens, or strength was sent, Ace of Cups, during a time of fighting, feuding, battling. See that? A rough time. Five of Staff. They say, here you go, divine worth, divine value is going to come in during the time of the lovers. Now, let me tell you something. We are in the year 2022. That is also known as the year of the lovers. So what must you pay attention to? All these good things that the Father's going to bless you with. Door, because I keep hearing door. Let's look at this value. Father, for the Ace of Coin. What is that? Was quick. What is the value of the Ace of Coin? You receive heart healing. This is your door. Look at it. Stairs leading up to the light. It says mourning now, right? Mourning, like somebody's mourning, like right now. My family is mourning and grieving, right? Now has had its time, right? Do not pay it a single dime. Time to move on. Emerge from the darkness. Yes, don't stay down, right? Don't stay down and out. A new day has started. Let light embrace the healing heart. Let's get it. This is the door of opportunity that is being given. The healing heart. And I keep hearing heart's desires. Listen, I'm Leah. That has been your reading from the ancestors. I feel like the ancestors' job is to go into the spiritual realm and build up enough energy to help send forth blessings, right, to their bloodlines. I feel like a lot of you are getting ready to get blessed because your ancestors have been working very hard. Because it's just way too many blessings on the table. See that? And then look at here. Some type of group was wounded, right? 3 of Cups. Feminine. It's too much female energy, feminine energy. Whether it was from a loss, um, um, some type of heavy burden, because I keep hearing heavy burden, family feuds, but see, it's all gonna come together because they see, look, divine is gonna make sure it comes together, because the 3 of Coin talks about the collaboration of all people and all things that are becoming, if not solid. The triangle represents the amplification, or to amplify, or to magnify. What is within the triangle is a coin, something very valuable. And for a lot of you, I also feel like some type of birthright is coming forth as well. See that? So from a negative standpoint, or a negative energy, or being wounded, or being in lack of 3 of Cups, to coming out strong, to being made solid, to being made whole. Blessing, 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 blessing. I feel like for many who was in this 3 of Cups energy, that was this, right? This was the 7 of Swords, because I look at the 7 of Swords as like a transitional period. 3 of Swords, right? The 3 of Cups and the 3 of Swords are being linked, right? Because you see the person walking away from the 3 of Cups, picking up that heartbreak. But the 4 of Swords talks about a healing within one's mind, and the 4 of Swords points towards the 3 of Coin. You see, coming out of a time, and and like I said, the 3 of Cups was that time of trial and being down. But they tell us strength is coming, and when is it coming? It is coming in the year of the Lovers, that also is the 6, and 6 represents that balance. Listen, for all of those who need to talk to me, speak with me, or even would like a reading, you can email enlightenedmystic@gmail.com, or you can book a reading on my website at enlightenedmystic.org. You can also chat with me there as well. Until I see you guys again, I love you guys. Stay prayed up, stay protected up. I'll post my website at the bottom. And stay tuned for our sister channel, Dark Mystics Tarot, where we will face our fears.